to Moca for your morning. Today we have an extra special guest I'm so excited to share with you, so stay tuned in because today's episode is going to be epic. Okay, so today we have the lovely Riley Skipper,
Hi.
owner of Bombshell Beauty Bar and Bombshell Boutique. And I'm so excited to just dive in and for you guys to get to know the force behind this incredible brand and all the wonderful things that she's doing. So tell us a little bit about how you started to own your own business.
Well, I would say that it started way back when I was a little girl. I lived in a very, very small town up in the White Mountains. It was called Eager. I had originally moved from Prescott when I was little and then moved up there. And I always knew I loved hair. It was all my dolls, I was braiding their hair, the horses, like anything. I was braiding, constantly trying to do that. And so that's how it first started, that I knew I loved to do hair. And then I would start to sell, I was like 12 maybe, and I was making flower clips. And I would sell them in our local candy store. And it was me and my best friend, and it was clips by two chicks. And that was our little business. Sold them for 50 cents. It was nothing. But that was my first start in the business world, really. It was when I was 12. And from there, it kind of just went on. I did babysitting stuff that when I was in high school, I would make flyers, business cards. So I always knew I wanted to do something in with business and own my own business. I grew up with my dad that owns his own business, and he's successful in that. And so he always was a good role model to look up to. And so when I graduated high school, I started beauty school a couple months later. Went to beauty school, graduated, and then it took a couple months to get licensed, but I started working at a salon and knew that I loved doing hair, but I wanted more of a different atmosphere for myself. I knew something, I could do something, I knew I love Prescott and I love being here, but I knew it needed something, and so I was that was always in the back of my head. And when I was actually in beauty school, the location that we have now where Bombshell Beauty Bar and Salon is at, it was previously a salon. And so the owner of that was a family friend. And she called me when I was in beauty school, and she was like, hey, do you want to take over my salon? And I was like, definitely not. I'm in beauty school. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do hair, let alone be a business owner. And so I kind of turned that down. And then 6 months of being licensed, she reached out again, and she was like, if you don't want it, I'm just closing it down. So you'd be kind of dumb not to, is kind of what she said. And so me and my dad went and looked at it, and we were all very, very hesitant. We were like, no way, but we'll go look at it just to see, And so we went there, and me and my dad just looked at each other, and we were like, this is weirdly feels good. Even though the salon at the time wasn't necessarily the vibe, there was a lot to still I had to envision with it, but it was a good of yeah, I think I can totally do this. And my dad and my mom, they were like, yeah, let's do this. And so I called my sister. She was living in Phoenix at the time. She's a licensed esthetician. She was working at a med spa down there, killing it. And she had no plans of being back in Prescott. She loved Phoenix, loved her job, friends, whatever. And I called her up, and I was like, do you want to come open a salon with me in Prescott? And she was like, are you crazy? And I was like, maybe, but why not? And so she moved back up here. I quit my other salon job. It was May 13th, and we opened June 1st. And
wow.
Completely remodeled it. And yeah, so that was kind of how we got started.
Oh my gosh.
So it was pretty crazy.
So you guys designed the whole thing yourselves. You
Yes.
didn't. Wow.
Well, luckily, so I have my dad that does construction, and so he's amazing, and he knows me, and so he knew my vision with it. And then I have an uncle that also he does electricity and stuff like that. And he also owned a couple Fantastic Sams. And his wife and my cousin were also in the hair industry. And so he came, helped us draw up plans. I think we drew up probably 15 different like layouts of how we wanted it to make it more efficient and like everything. And so once we kind of got a good like grounding of what we wanted, like the layout, then they just went for it.
And it's so awesome. Beautiful, you guys. If you guys go do a tour, I mean, I highly recommend it. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous salon. And then you just recently opened up a boutique.
Yes. Yeah, so how that got started was my sister, she just got married and up and moved to Alabama. And so she's starting her life there. And so we were also, when we did hair, we were doing facials and lashes and all that. So my sister did more of like the esthetician part. I did the hair part. And so when she left, I knew that I needed to do something to fill that back space that we had. And I've always loved clothes. I've been a fashion fanatic my whole life. Like, love to shop, love it all. It's just always been like a passion for me. And so when she left, I knew that I was like, this space is big enough to do something. And I love clothes. It would make me happy, something I'm passionate about. And I feel like Prescott needs that. And I have all my clients that sit there and process. I would be like, it'd be fun for them. Like the holidays coming up. And so I just started shopping and we turned that into a boutique within probably 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was crazy. And I'm sure my family hated me for that, but we got it done. And yeah, now it's our little second business is Bombshell Boutique.
I love it, you guys. I mean, the style is so cute, and it takes an art to put together all of the pieces that you have in there. Like, they're all matching. They're all just in the same vibe, and it doesn't, like, it looks so perfect, you know? So like, you're doing so amazing. And then her whole outfit is actually Bombshell.
Yes. We rep boutique all day, every day.
Yes, I love it. Yes. And it's so cute, so modern. And they're constantly getting new inventory, right? From when from when I follow. So, so what was I going to say? I'm like, I lost my train of thought because I just got so excited with the whole image of the boutique. Okay. So Riley, what made her so like attractive to me in so many ways, like in a business way, is that she is so young, you guys. And I'm gonna share her age. I know you guys are gonna bash on me, like, you don't share.
I gave her permission. Age. I told her she could.
But I did ask her. Riley is, how old are you?
I just turned 23 this summer. So yeah, it was definitely young age, and I don't know.
It's just so crazy, you guys. Like, I just can't. She's 23 and she's doing all of these things, and it's just so inspirational to our youth to know, that there's other young entrepreneurs here. Yeah. What are some of the challenges that you've faced as a young entrepreneur, as a business owner in general?
I think the first thing that I struggled with was the confidence. At first, when we first decided, like, let's do it, I was very like gung-ho about it, like, I can do it, like, so much confidence in it. And then you start the process, you sign up for an LLC, you do the taxes, get an accountant, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I was never prepared for this. I didn't go to school for this. Like, I just knew I wanted to do hair. And so I think my first struggle was definitely getting over the fear, but I definitely knew that, like, my passion for the industry was way bigger than the fear and the doubts. And so I knew that I could do it, and I thought it was just the first thing I had to get over, which luckily, I have a very, very, very supportive family and friends that are there through every step. Anytime that I need anything, I'm calling my mom, calling my dad, sisters, like, help me. And they're always like, take a deep breath. Like, you can do this. If anyone can do it, you can do it. And so that always helped me, was having a good support system. I think another challenge was kind of building, like, what I wanted. Like, I wanted something different for my business. I didn't want just like, oh, like, I just have a salon, come get your hair done, get in, get out. Like, I wanted it to be very, like, more personable. I wanted you to come in and have relationships with you. I wanted you to experience kind of something different. I wanted it to be just a better experience all around. And that's kind of when we were looking at what to name it. And my mom is actually the one that came up with Bombshell. And at first I was like, Mom, that sounds like so conceited. Like, we cannot have that. People are going to think this and this and this. And she was like, no, like, Bombshell's like a statement. Like, you want people to come in and you want them to leave feeling like a bombshell in every way, whether that's with their looks, their attitude, everything, like mindset. And so that's just kind of how we started with that. But yeah, and then I think another thing with owning a business was keeping the business side and the personal side. Like it's because it's your baby. Like I was 19 turning 20 when I opened a salon, and I was young, you know, my thoughts back then were so different than what they are now. And I put so much time and effort. I sacrificed really a lot of my life being at Bombshell. Like I'm there morning till night. Like it's my second home, no doubt about it. And so learning that you're not going to make everybody happy was a hard lesson.
I can imagine. And I feel like that's a tough season to start a business. Like at 19, everybody else is doing so many other things.
Yeah.
Like everybody's partying and they're like, no, I'm going to enjoy my young season, my youth, blah, blah, blah. And like you have all of this pressure of what to do. And then you're like starting a business. And it's like, I feel like that's a critical season. But at the same time, that's when you're the biggest sponge. Like you soak in everything. You learn that much faster. And, you know, and that's why you're flourishing in your business. Like,
appreciate that.
You know, you are. I love it. And you do go in there and you do get that personal experience, which I think is awesome. And I'm like, literally, I want to make sure. Yeah. I am so many hearts. I can't see the comments.
I can't see that part.
So I'm sorry, you guys. I will look at the comments after.
We'll reply after.
Yes, we will. So you go into Bombshell Beauty Bar and you go into Bombshell Boutique, and it is just this whole like experience, and you do leave feeling so much more confident. But the best thing is that like you and your girls are all like just so, like you said, personable, and you really try to get that like one-on-one experience while people are there, which is so wonderful. And their boutique, I highly recommend you guys visit it. Like, I can't even I've got these hair clips, which as a business owner, you kind of need. I'll take them off, actually. I'll show them because they're so cute.
Yeah, those are probably our best sellers, not going to lie. Those are very, very popular.
I bought 6. I have them everywhere. I'm like, I couldn't leave with just one. Yeah. And their colors are so cute. Like, they're not, like, too much or, you know. So
yeah, I will say with the boutique, when I knew I wanted to open it, something that my mom always said growing up is she would tell everybody that she's like, Riley has never worn the same outfit twice. And it's not because I would always have new things. It was just because I would pair different things. Like I would wear the same pants every so often, but with different shirts, different shoes, you know, like I would always just mix and match things. And so that's something with the boutique is I wanted everything to be pretty like versatile. I wanted, if you get a sweater, you can wear it over your swimsuit in the summer, not just in the winter. You know, I kind of wanted it to be like an all year thing and not just, oh, you get an item and you wear it once. You know, I wanted it to be like items you love and can be worn multiple times.
I love that so much because then you don't have to like pack all of your summer things. And what is your big vision for Bombshell Boutique?
I have so much I want to do with it. I would love to expand one day. I would love to kind of do more of like get bigger on Instagram. I love Instagram and it truly is like a second job. It's a lot of work. But I do love it and I'm very passionate about Instagram. That's literally how we started, and truthfully we haven't really done other advertising besides Instagram, and I take pride in that because that's a lot of work. And so something with Instagram still, I would love to do more things, kind of like hauls, things like that with the boutique. And then, in the future, expand, I think, for sure.
Yes, I agree because you got something so wonderful going on. Now, are you going to open an online shopping option for it?
Yes. So at first, I was like, heck no, I want it in-store only. And then I launched it, and I have so many friends and family from everywhere, clients from everywhere. And they're like, you have to go online. And I was like, okay. So we are building a website currently. But I just feel like with anything else I do, I want it to be like, give it my all. So taking our time with it, we're going to do personalized photo shoots, all the pictures I want to be of models that I choose, you know, things like that. So we are working on it, and we will be online one day. And that is exciting.
That's amazing. So stay tuned for her online launch. And if you guys like want to follow her, and I highly recommend you do. You guys seriously, you will not regret going to Bombshell Boutique. And
so sweet.
It is I love it. Like I go there. I think I go there so often. I'm like obsessed with going to get my
We love
hair
it.
done
Come
and get
by.
treated. And so you can find her on Instagram at Bombshell Boutique.
Yes.
That is it, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, you can find them on Google and everything, and they're amazing. So thank you so much.